Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Meenaal Fatma, and today we'll be discussing a very important topic that is closely related to your everyday progress of your English language in connection with your IELTS exam. Before I carry on, I just want to give a couple of seconds to see if I'm well connected here. I was anyway struggling a little bit to get the connectivity right. So I just want to make sure that I can see your comments, you can see me, and we can have a nice chat here. So all those who are live right now, it's going to be great if you guys could just quickly address yourself. You can take advantage of the live chat session and you can talk to me. Ask any question from anywhere, definitely in context to the IELTS. I hope it's working, but for some reason I can't see. Okay, let's move on. So before I even move forward, I'm sure each and every one of us are strongly hit by the current outbreak, and we've all been packed in a house. We in Maharashtra, we've been packed for a long time already because the outbreak began massively in Maharashtra, and the numbers are still very high. I think today we've just gotten on the second position from, I think, Kerala. Yeah, so for us the lockdown has been going on for a long time already. I think since 10 days I've been packed in my house. The scary part is the online grocery has stopped recently. I'm sure the government is gonna make some arrangements so that things come to us and we don't need to get out. But just a quick discussion on this topic is where I just want you guys to just stay home, stay safe, utilize your time, because this is something that will end one or the other day. It might take months, it might take a little longer than months, a lot more than few months, but it will get over. And that time our economy is going to be ruthlessly crushed. So we've all got to put in a lot of effort to push and bring that position back. So let's just utilize the time, not just watching videos and movies and series at different places, but even when you watch, you got to keep a lot of things in mind. So I have put up few areas today in today's class which will highlight a number of points in the similar context too. Okay, great, let's move on. Now today I wanted to discuss about, just give me a second. Yes, I want to discuss about the IELTS exam beyond just an exam. Okay, honestly these days I've been getting a lot of questions regarding this because a lot of students are interested to come to my classes or join my courses to build up their general speaking skills, build up their day-to-day language skills. In fact, many of them come for the right pronunciation. So I just want to address all those questions parallelly as you move forward. Okay, so how IELTS is just not restrained towards a paper that you give, but it is a larger picture that we are yet not addressing, but in fact plays an important role. Okay, Before that, I'll quickly introduce myself. Hi guys, I'm Meenaal. Professionally, I'm an architect and urban designer. I've done bachelor's from BID Mesra, and from there on I moved to London, where I did MArch from a School of Architecture. I have lived, worked and studied in London for the past 2 years. I've also worked in some cities in India as well as in Dubai before I moved to London. I've given the exams myself and the scores are in front of you. And since then, I've been trying to help a lot of students get their desired band scores, both in India as well as in UK. Okay, in case you guys are wondering where you can see my previous video, here it is. So first of all, in case you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. And remember to press the bell icon so that you don't miss on any upcoming videos. Not just from me, but from other top educators on our platform too. Okay, because each and every single day there are many live sessions that keeps coming, and all of them are equally important for your IELTS preparation. Okay, in case you want to see my previous videos, you got to go to the playlist. Then you will see a playlist named Learn IELTS with Meenaal Fatma. I also have another playlist called Classroom Talks with Meenaal Fatma. I'm sure now you guys have a lot more time, right? And instead of just wasting our time getting stressed and just talking to our friends over phone, watching million comedy movies, let's just utilize the time really good. And also I myself am trying to do a lot more productive things, because I personally feel way too stressed because of the entire situation. I'm sure all of us have some sort of a psychological impact. So let's just deviate our minds towards something that is more productive. And that's why there are so many videos, there's so many things that you could do productive. One of them is check out all the videos. Okay, make sure you check out all the videos. Okay, I also won an award by Unacademy, which was called Johnny Ive Award, which is given to an educator for creating the best structured courses that gives in best results. Now, I want to quickly tell you about a course which I'm extremely excited to share, which was requested by many students last month. So I've finally put it out. Here it is. It's a complete course on IELTS writing, which will be covering all the topics of academic as well as GT. So that means we will be studying letters, reports as well as essays. Okay. Now this is starting from 1st of April. I generally take all the classes from 9:30 to 11, Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday, basically weekends I leave people free in the evenings to just have a snack along with their family members now. So 11:30 in the morning you'll have your class. So that's the routine. Okay, तो ये क्लास भी जो है रात 9:30 बजे से चलेगी, और हम 1 by 1 सब टॉपिक कवर करेंगे, रिपोर्ट, लेटर और essays, and I'll be showing you practice sessions as well. So make sure you go to my profile. You can download the Unacademy Learner app on your phone, find me, go to my courses, and you're going to see the course. Once you open the course, you will see an entire schedule of the time, the topics, and along with it you'll see a demo video too, which will explain you what all we'll be discussing and what will be the strategic approach to handle the entire course. Okay, and yes, so that's one thing you should definitely go and check out. You can directly go to the website too. आप website पे Unacademy का type करो, and search button पे if you're gonna type my name, you'll see me, and then you can follow me there. Once you follow me, for every special class which is the free class, इसके बारे में आपको बताने वाली हूँ, तो उसके लिए भी आपको Unacademy half an hour पहले notification देती रहेगी. So make sure you do join in. Special class, which I was just saying, special classes are the free classes on our platform which can be attended by anyone. Okay, now तो स्पेशल क्लासेस की मैंने एक सीरीज़ बनाई है where we'll be practicing speaking part 1, part 2 and part 3 live. Part 1 we'll be discussing today itself, The class is 8:30. You can see the link on my profile. You just got to click it and enroll yourself for free. So आज रात 8:30 बजे हम part 1 discuss करेंगे live. Okay? I'll be giving you out the answers. You can share your answers and we'll be discussing that. Part 2 will be discussed on 29th and ये हम करेंगे रात 8 बजे. Similarly, part 3 discuss करेंगे हम 31st March को रात 8 बजे. I have shared the link of all these classes on my Telegram. So make sure you do connect to me on my Telegram. इसकी details मैं बाद में भी share करती हूँ आपसे quickly, but I'm gonna just mention it here as well. It's Meenaal F. Okay? Great. Moving forward, as I was telling you about the IELTS exam. Now IELTS exam का format I'll be quickly showing you as well. तो अगर मैं briefly बात करूँ, IELTS is an exam which tests your proficiency in the English language in 4 different areas, right? It's reading, writing, speaking and listening. And अगर आप technically देखो तो ये चारों areas वो हैं जहाँ पे आपको English वर्कआउट करने के लिए काम करना पड़ता है, no matter which field you go. If you talk about your college, you got to give your best of the best performances in your presentation. That counts. Office meetings, definitely. Your interviews. Now, these are areas where until unless you have a good command of your English language, if you don't sound confident with how you speak, how you think, you have lesser chances of doing good. Even if your projects seem to be really good, if you don't present them beautifully, it remains disappointing, isn't it? It used to happen with me before. So since the time I've been working on my IELTS, it's been more than 3-4 years now. Roughly 3.5-4 years now. So I have seen a progress in myself. Of lately, there are a lot of people who ask, how do you speak so fluently? How do you speak so fast? How do you talk for such long durations without having anything in front of you? And my best answer to this remains that I honestly was not so confident initially when I started, because I come from a very orthodox family and small town. So I really had to work a lot, because as I move forward in my life, I realize this is one area which you got to keep strong for yourself. So no matter which industry you work in, which subject you study in, which country you go to, you got to have a strong skill on this. You got to have the right pronunciation. You got to know how to organize your ideas. You got to have the confidence in speaking, and you got to have the skill to write through them, right? So in fact, IELTS preparation does the same. It pushes you on the same areas. So other than just the exam, as I was telling before, it also helps you to groom your day-to-day English. Either it's about writing, speaking, or listening, or reading. It helps you to work on all the areas. So even for all those who are not completely into giving the exam, but in fact, if now is the time when, as I was saying, we can utilize it to do a lot more productive things, you can join my courses to actually boost other areas as well, right? To push yourself and add that additional skill in your CVs. Okay, now let's look at what are the areas that IELTS target that we can utilize for a general lifestyle too. The first one is listening. Now, listening का हमें पता है कि एग्ज़ाम जो roughly 30 minutes होता है, where we hear the conversation and we then get additional 10 minutes to transfer the answer sheet. So we're listening and we're focusing on what is written in front of us, right? So we are making two senses work parallelly. and we got to develop that connectivity of what we hear, what we read, and what we think. And in listening, there are different parts, right? Different parts, and there are the different parts have different sorts of conversation that you hear, right? Ranging from two persons speaking to each other to a single person giving a speech. It varies, right? So it takes you through a process where you're learning to grab hold on to the English language. No matter which accent or which pronunciation it comes through, you got to grab hold on it. Okay? Now, listening module has same task type for academic as well as general training. Next one is reading. Now, reading is a very, very important factor. Now, honestly, I never developed the habit of reading. Never. Until I went abroad, when I went abroad, when I went to London. And then I realized that without reading, we are not going to go anywhere. Literally, I still remember we used to read one to two books a week. We were just reading all the time. We were sitting in the library, we are sitting in the class, we were sitting in a house, but we are reading, right? So reading is a very crucial factor, because all those, especially for all those who are planning to move abroad, you got to make sure that you develop this habit from much before, because that is one area which your professors and where your entire classmates will be a lot ahead of you, and they're going to be making you do it a lot. So make sure कि आप reading habit develop करते हो, and there are a lot of areas which comes through it, and that's exactly what the preparation of IELTS reading module does, right? Now, IELTS reading में आपको 1 hour मिलता है complete करने के लिए, right? Where you do not get any additional time to answer, so you technically have just 1 hour to attempt all the questions and note them down. Next is you get 3 sections with 40 questions in all. तो 3 sections भी जो रहते हैं उनकी difficulty level बढ़ती जाती है, 1, 2 and 3. Now, ये general training में भी और academic में दोनों in terms of section and in terms of question numbers same रहता है, question types भी same रहते हैं. It's just that the format and the content differs slightly. General training has a relatively easier language of the reading passage, otherwise it remains the same. Writing. Now, IELTS writing gives 2 tasks and 1 hour to complete it, right? In the task 1, you get around 150 words to write, and in task 2, you get 250 words to write. You know, for general training, you have letter and essay, and academic, you have report and essay. Now, I'll tell you one personal experience. If you're planning to move abroad, you'll have a lot of writing to do, because most of the papers that you will write will be essays. They would not be in fact questions and answers that we give in exams. They will be submission of papers for which you'll have to write essays, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 words. So honestly, I struggled a lot. So I'm just giving you a quick update and a reminder that writing is very important, and lot of your emails that you write, lot of the sample descriptors that you write creates an impact, right? Writing represents what you think, right? And if someone is reading what you have thought, so basically it's a reflection of your capacities. So you got to really get hold on of it. Now, in fact, आप जो topics देख रहे हो, letters, report, essays, ये हमारे लाइफ में सबसे कॉमन चीज़ें हैं जो हमें लिखना ही पड़ता है, राइट? चाहे आप स्कूल में हो, कॉलेज में हो, ऑफिस में हो, wherever you are, you got to write it. You still got to write it. So IELTS writing in fact pushes you to develop those areas too, which are the most common writing topics or writing subjects that we do in our day-to-day life too. Next one is art speaking, which is my favorite. I think this was one time where I learned to boost up my speaking skills. right? Our speaking roughly takes place for 11 to 14 minutes, where there is an introduction section. Along with it, there are 3 parts, right? Introduction section takes place for 30 seconds, where you're just getting time to get used to the entire environment. You're not tested in the 30 seconds, but you just get time to get yourself a little bit familiar to the entire situation. Okay, just a second, give me a second, guys. Let me just refresh this. There's been some problem with the connectivity of my internet, so I'm just a little bit worried. Great. Yeah, then your exam actually starts from part 1, right, where you have interview round, part 2 is the long term round, and part 3 is a discussion round. Now if you would see at the pattern of all these 3 parts, which I will be discussing today in the special class, which I said आज हम part 1 discuss करेंगे, and I'll be showing you sample answers. Each of these parts have a very clear relevance to our day-to-day English, do well in our life, and which is exactly what the preparation of our speaking does, right? Part 1 में we learn addressing to basic questions about ourselves, how to not get intimidated with easy questions, right? How to show off ourselves with a language. Part 2 does boost our confidence in speaking for longer durations. How will we talk for longer durations? Part 3 is where you go for a discussion. When you are in one-to-one discussion, discussion phase with a person, how do you keep your point across? How do you make sure your opinion is heard? How do you implement your ideas and your thoughts collectively and cohesively, right? So there are few points that I've mentioned here for daily practice to improve your English and also to utilize this particular time that we've got efficiently. Try and learn 10 to 15 new words every day. Try and maximize your conversation in English. I'm sure we all are talking way too much these days on phone, especially all those who are away from their family and friends, packed in houses alone. So try and boost up your conversations like that. Try and annoy your mom with the English language. I do that. And then I love to hear her speak her English, where she breaks it up into Hindi, Urdu and English, and I absolutely adore it. Next is watch English movies, dramas and series. Now I'm sure we all are doing it, but from now on, make sure you do comprehend everything that you hear. Don't just skip and just move on, because there are a lot of areas where we understand what we're seeing in the video, but we still move on thinking that we are understanding. But from now on, you got to make sure that you get hold of each and every word. Okay? And watch something that will be productive for you also. And in fact, I was saying the same thing in my one of my plus classes, that I watch a lot of documentaries, like I think they are really fascinating. They give us a lot of real life ideas of how to handle situations and to know how people handle them, right? And also I feel it gives me a lot of content to speak, to write, to think. I always have an example to put forward because of those documentaries that I watched. So make sure you utilize your time effectively. Next is read for at least 20 to 30 minutes every day. I'm sure we all are doing this. Lot of events on your phone, lot of events on the लैपटॉप, अब तो मैगज़ीन और बुक्स पे भी हम डिपेंडेंट नहीं है ना, हमारे फ़ोन पे ही इतनी सारी चीज़ें रहती हैं कि हम लिटरली everything we can just have it on our phone and just read it whenever and however we are, right? So make sure you do spend a little bit time on reading something. Start a new book. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting, right? And practice the vocabulary. Don't skip out any words that you don't know. Make sure you stop, you Google them out and get their meaning, and then read the sentence again and see if it works for you or not. And if you're going to do that for a longer time, you will not have to actually memorize any important vocabulary. You already have a inbuilt vocabulary for yourself. Speak loudly to yourself continuously for 5 minutes looking in the mirror. All TikToker fans, they do this so many times, isn't it? But jokes apart, this is for all those who lack confidence in speaking. I have told students to share their audio recordings with me and I can assess it for them. Other than that, also what you can do is you can record yourself, hear yourself. It creates an impact, right? So either you look into the mirror, see yourself speak, or you can record yourself, audio, video, whatever you're comfortable with, and listen to yourself. You're going to see a lot of areas. You're going to see where you get nervous, how you look when you present your ideas. Do you look confident or do you sound dull? Do you have that tone up and down going? Do you sound interesting when you speak, or do you use a lot of words for the season, right? English, English, English. Write a diary. Now this is a very, very productive way to work on your writing skills, because you're not trying too hard to write on a topic. You're just presenting and you're processing your ideas into nothing very difficult, but you're generating associational ideas starts working out very effectively. Okay, so make sure you do that. These were a few quick tips on utilizing your time effectively. And as I was telling you earlier, for that, so a lot of people who ask me kitna time lagega prepare karne ke liye, I generally prefer people to spare themselves 3 months time, which is good enough for targeting a good band score. But for people whose English is weaker, you would need a little bit more time. Okay, so 3 months. And in case you guys have any further questions, chance to see them later also, because you get the videos offline too, right? And in case you watch these videos later, you had a question, you can ask us in the doubt clearing session, which is after every 3 class, assigned doubt clearing session. I'll be sharing my details, my profile details, so you can connect with me there and share your point of view there too. Okay, and in case you join in, you will also have a chance to check out all my previous courses as well. तो मैंने जितने भी पहले भी courses लिए हैं, आपको सबको एक साथ ही hand over कर दिया जाएगा, literally. And also let me not forget that point, once you buy a subscription, you're able to attend each and every teacher's class, each and every single teacher's class. Okay, so that's all for this video. Quickly connect with me on my Telegram and drop a message, and we can follow up the conversation from there. I'm also available on Instagram and Facebook too. I hope this video is productive for you, and in case you have anything further, you can definitely drop a message. I'll be waiting for your message and I would love to help you guys. Till then, please make sure if you did like the video to press the thumbs up button and share it with your friends, and I'll see you at 8:30 sharp for the free special class. Till then, take care of yourself, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.